In the NBA, and as in all sports, homophobic language is de jure. It's part of the vernacular. You know, for all boys, all men who've played sport know that when you do something bad, you're a wuss or a fag or worse. And girls who are good at sport, I mean, it's almost treated as if you can't be a girl who's good at sport unless you're a lesbian, as if straight women don't have hand-eye coordination or something. But the language was thick and fast. And also the fact, I think, gay stuff is second only to women in terms of being a topic of conversation in locker rooms. It just is. They talk about women first, primarily, all the time, and their conquests of them in graphic detail. And then next, it's gay stuff.
I find that curious. And in your book, you wrote, coming out threatens to expose the homoerotic components of what they, the players, prefer to think of simply as male bonding.
Yeah.
Is there a homoerotic component to this sport?
Sport, as I say in the book, sport has been gay since Homer. It is all about setting a context that allows a suspension of that understanding. That's what sports does, especially elite professional sports. The kind of contact that goes on in locker rooms, the kind of intimacy that happens between men, I'm not talking about sex, but the kind of intimacy, the closeness, it is akin to being in a relationship with another man. It's as gay as it gets. You look at, I mean, in Britain, football celebrations. You take away the grass on the ground and the fans in the stands and you put some bad 70s music to it, football celebrations are porn. Jumping on top of each other, humping each other, kissing on the lips, it's porn. It's good porn.
But they don't seem to recognize it.
They don't want to recognize it. People within sports, because then it's the ultimate juxtaposition. I'm manly, I'm butch, I'm, you know, I conquer many, many women, and yet at the same time, I'm extremely comfortable having my teammate sat on my lap, falling asleep next to my teammate, looking at women's magazine, you know, girl magazines, naked next to my teammate who's touching himself. That type of stuff. You can't rationalize that away. You have to recognize the kind of homoerotic nature of it.
So did you were cognizant of it when you were in the NBA? Like,
I was more than
beautiful men.
I was more than cognizant. See, I was cognizant of it and very uncomfortable with it, because I'm not a stereotype. I'm quite British. I feel naked unless I'm wearing a suit. And the idea of being around this kind of content, I mean, I would look around the locker room and just be like, and I'm the gay one. You're painting your toenails in seasonal colors. You are sat in the same, you're naked, sat in the locker of another man, next to that man, reading a car magazine. I'm like, I have to leave this place. It's so odd.
Do you think it's a necessary outlet for people? Is that where it's compartmentalized?
I think we have unfortunately raised young men, especially, to understand masculinity in a very restrictive way, a way that has propagated misogyny and abuse to women, a way that's propagated an abuse of gay people, but also in a way that's restricted their own emotions. So yeah, when you get to sport and all of a sudden you find out you can slap the arse of another guy and that's just part of it, that you can hug someone that you've really wanted to hug, just as a friend really wanted to hug, and you can do it in sport, then it's a very necessary outlet.